What's up, motherfuckers? It's your favorite commissioner here. Sorry it took me a couple days to get to this press conference recap video, whatever you want to call it. My lupus has been flaring up. Yeah, it's kind of fucked up, but whatever. It's the life I live, baby. Even my eyes are fucked up. If you see them, they're red as hell. They're inflamed. Might be dying. Who knows? If I die, Bert, you take over my fantasy team, and if you win, you use my proceeds to fucking buy me a nice urn, all right? So let's jump in. We're about a quarter through the regular fantasy season. Teams are shaping up, fantasy and fucking NFL. So we'll see what happens. Matchups. Priority falls to the hand of Stan. They both moved to 2-1 on the year. Josh Allen continues to be a steady fantasy quarterback. Elliott rushed for over 100 yards, as he should. Chris Carson gave Pete Carroll a fucking scare there. He fumbled once again. They say his job is not in jeopardy. Alex Trebek would disagree. Devontae Adams still isn't proven to be a first-round pick, as many have thought he would. I think it's the Packers' offense in general. I don't think Aaron Rodgers is comfortable. We'll see how that whole unit acts tonight against the shitty Eagles front. Disley scored. Cooper Kupp is making all the white men proud. Brian's side, Rivers is solid. Aaron Jones was held to 19 yards against Denver, but he did find the end zone twice. Eckler scored double digits once again, but his days are numbered, Brian. His days are fucking numbered. D-Hop goes without finding the end zone once again. Juju finally scores. But if not, he would have had 2 receptions for 6 yards, I think. Garbage. Mark Andrews pooped the bed, as many have thought, since he was a game-time decision. And Marlon Mack is continuing to run. He's running for his life. Tony beat Nick for his first win of the season. Congrats, dude. Welcome to the win column. Surprise, surprise. Yeah, many aren't surprised because Nick's team is garbage. They're both 1-2 on the year. Unfortunately for Bert, Barkley broke his ankle. The quads didn't stop that from happening. Maybe he needs more milk and not fucking protein shakes. I don't know. It puts Bert's team under turmoil. Nick Chubb racks up 15-plus points again. Keenan Allen looked like Rivers' only option out on the field. 13 receptions, 183 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Cooks finally scores over 100 yards, and once again, his tight end fucked him with no lube. Bird is getting royally fucked by the tight end. He's getting his tight end fucking ran by the tight ends. Sony Michel, 11 yards. Scary stuff. But New England had yet to let up an offensive touchdown. That's on the defensive side. Nick's only bright side that poor Sunday was his quarterback, Deshaun Watson. Other than that, his team completely shit the bed. Zach Ertz isn't doing what he needs to. Josh Jacobs, he sucked it up for 44 yards. Michael Thomas found the end zone with Teddy Two Gloves. And Russell Wilson left on his bench with 46 points. One that really helped him. He still would have lost by 4 if he played him, but ultimately he still sucked and lost. The Jew, he came off a loss, and he fucking rattled back to put up 190 points, beating the dirty Mexican. The most we've seen this year, and maybe in the past few years, I can't remember. I know Rick put up a lot of points last year, so maybe, I don't know. They both moved to 2-1. 6 of Mike's starting 9 scored at least 21 points. Mike Evans with 190 yards, 3 touchdowns. Kamara finally broke out of his shell, and he put up 2 touchdowns. And he also left Mark Ingram on the bench with 35 points, which is crazy. He could have easily scored over 200. That is impressive, Mr. Nympha. Very impressive. I'm proud of you. Although Mark lost, his team is continuing to roll and put up points without even making a move on the free agent market. He still put up 153. Dak scored 3 touchdowns, but didn't look that impressive against a shit Miami team because he's shit. He was too worried about talking about Wendy's spicy chicken nuggets. Yeah, real fucking healthy, dude. Phillip Lindsay finally put up numbers, 2 scores. Tyler Lockett with a huge day, 11 receptions, 153 yards, and a touchdown. Mixon was on his bench, but he finally scored. Reception, touchdown. Either way, he found the end zone. And Edelman also scored for the first time this year, although he hurt his chest. His fucking chest, guys. Rick squared off against Peter and took yet another loss to the face, making him 0-3 on the season. Pete moves to 3-0 somehow, embracing a whopping 275 points again, the lowest in our league. Congratulations, Peter. His days are fucking numbered if I would guess, but maybe not. You know, he might prove me and everybody else wrong. We'll see how that works out. Matty Ice throws 3 touchdowns and yet another interception. Le'Veon Bell sucks. Connor sucks. Robert Woods sucks. John Ross sucks. Kelsey sucks. Mike Williams sucks. And Kai Fairbarn, whatever his name is, he sucked as well. Really not much to talk about on Rick's end, except that he lost again and he's 0-3. Mahomes is looking to be the best QB to ever walk this earth. It's unreal. I don't know if it's partly the offense and Andy Reid and Mahomes, but that shit is crazy. McCaffrey runs for 153 and a touchdown. Pete played Kenyon Drake on the Miami Dolphins and still won. Darren Waller is looking like the only competent receiving option for the Raiders, and we'll see if these two trends continue. Rick's losing and Pete's winning. We will see. Finally, last matchup of the week. Me versus Soy Boy. Fuck you. I laid a big old egg and lost by 20-plus points. Sawyer picking up his first win and my second loss. We're now both 1-2 on the season. David Johnson and Leonard Fournette both had some good games. Running back 1 numbers. Aaron Rodgers continued to suck. Really bad pick in the early rounds there for him. I don't know if he's comfortable with the new offense or what's going on, but fuck him either way because he sucks. Thielen stole a goal line rushing touchdown from my boy Dalvin, but ultimately wouldn't have mattered. I would have still lost, but it's still fucked up. T.Y. Hilton put up 16 even while getting injured. Ridley took a shit for Soy. As many of you know, we traded Calvin Ridley for David Montgomery this week, and they both kind of suck, so even trade there, buddy. Jackson defense looked good. Lamar Jackson ran for a touchdown but did not throw one. He struggled against a struggling Chiefs defense, which may be alarming. Todd Gurley put up a big old fucking stinker. Dalvin Cook is looking very, very good, breaking tackles, breaking ankles. And Stephon Diggs, my fucking boy. Yeah, he had some fucking Make-A-Wish Foundation cancer kid come out on the field, which is very good. Signed some shit for her, threw a football and all that stuff. Beautiful. I thought God was going to reward him. Instead, he fucking took a big old shit. He should be put on a watch list because I might hunt him down and fucking kill him. Mike Evans stole everything away from Chris Godwin. Vance broke his shoulder. And David Montgomery is being horribly misused. I left 55 points on my bench. But hey, fuck it. Congrats, Egghead. First win, buddy. Moving on to this week. I played Brian. Hopefully not picking up my 3rd loss. I'll be honest, I'm scared about my team right now. Hoping everything comes to plan as I suspect it will. For once, Brian is actually doing well in fantasy. This is the first time I think we've all seen him actually have a winning fucking record. So congrats, Brian. Enjoy that while it lasts. Because Austin Eckler's gone next week, buddy. Line is minus 12.5 for Brian. I'll bet on myself and take the points. I'll throw down $1,000. Mark it, baby. Second matchup, Rick looks for his first win against the Jew. Mike is rolling right now, and a win is highly doubtful for Rick, so he very well might go 0-4 on the season. Rick is getting served so much humble pie that the next time we see him, he might be fucking 400 pounds. I asked Rick this week how he feels about being in last place and also winless, in not 1, but 2 leagues. He said, and I quote, "Weird for a change, but I like the challenge. Just like I like it in my butt. Weird. All I can do is embrace it like a huge BBC." I told him that was weird, but believable coming out of his mouth. Line is minus 15 for Mike. I will take out a second mortgage on my house and put it all on Mike. Let's go, Nympha. Pete takes on Tony. He's trying to get 2 wins and keep it at 2 losses and hand Pete a nice fat L. Though recently just losing Saquon and getting less than 5 points from his tight ends all year, that is probably not going to happen. Although I hope to the good Lord that it does. Pete is also rolling with Adrian Peterson in his second running back spot the last time I checked. Line is minus 15 for Pete. I'm laying off this one, gentlemen. Next, we got the Dirty Mexican versus the Dirty Chink. Both stink, both smell bad, but both are 2-1. This is our closest line this week. Mark has made a total of 1 free agent move, and that was to change his kicker. His team is rolling, and just from drafting all them people, it's pretty crazy, and he does absolutely no homework. Maybe that's the way to roll. Who knows? But it's working. Scored the second highest points so far, and Melvin is coming back in a week or so for Justin, so we'll see what happens after this matchup. Line is minus 2 for Chink. I will take Mark in the points, $500. Book it. Last matchup, both shit teams. Probably bottom 2 aside from Rick. Nick versus Sawyer Brown. Sawyer is looking for 2 in a row. Nick looking for a win desperately. He might be on suicide watch if he loses to Sawyer. So we'll see how that plays out. Nick's team is so garbage that he can't even fill up the last 2 bench spots because no free agent wants to be signed to his team. It's pretty crazy. I've never seen that happen in fantasy football, but, we've seen a lot of crazy stuff so far. He's relying on Sanders to score some points tonight, which I suspect he won't, and Josh Jacobs to rebound, which I suspect he will because I have him on 2 of my other teams. And my name is almost his name. He's holstering 2 tight ends again. Can he do it against Sawyer? The league's team with the least amount of points scored. I'm going to say he can. Line is -2.5 for Nick. I'll take that small wager, $100. That's it for this week's matchups. A little around the league to keep you faggots updated. Leading QB is, can you guess? Pete's boy Mahomes. Followed by my boy Lamar and Mark's boy Dak Prescott. Although he played the 3 worst teams, we'll see how he does this week. Leading running back is my boy Dalvin Cook. Followed by, you guessed it, McCaffrey and Brian's boy Austin Eckler. Leading wide receiver is Keenan Allen, Julio Jones, and Sammy Watkins with that huge Week 1 performance. He's still hanging in there, top 3. Leading tight end, and this is fucking shaky this year. Evan Ingram, Mark Andrews, and Pete's boy, Darren Waller. The most points scored in the flex spot is Keenan Allen. Then Dalvin Cook, and then Christian McCaffrey. Top defenses, Pats, 49ers, and the Jets. Top kickers, Joey Sly with Carolina, Gonzalez with Arizona, and Greg the Leg Zerline with the Los Angeles Rams. So those are our leading scorers around the league, fellas. I want to point out real quick that Rick dropped 3 players. Free agent budget totaling 37 for one, 11 for the other, I think, and 8 for the next. I think he is literally going crazy, and he doesn't know what to do about losing. So if he loses this week, we'll put him on suicide watch. He might just give up. I don't know. If you do, I'll fill in your team for you, and I don't want to hear no fucking ifs, ands, and buts. Let's go on to the standings, fellas. Standings. Pete, number 1, 3-0. The Jew, second, 2-1. Mark, hanging in at 3 at 2-1. Brian, 2-1, 4th overall. Number 5 is Justin Priotti, 2-1. I'm hanging in there at number 6, 1-2. Tony 2 times, 1-2 at fucking 7th place. Nick Spinelli, somehow he's hanging in the bottom 3 like he always does, so he's 1-2. Sawyer moves to 1-2. He is 9th. And as I've stated multiple times, because he's garbage, Rick is 0-3. Last place! Ha ha ha! All right, and last thing I got for you guys, final standing projections. Excuse me. Like I said before, I don't know how these fucking work. Hold on, where the fuck did it go? It's some crazy shit. Final standings projections. Mike, draft day, he was projected to win. He is currently projected to win. Draft day, I'm a fucking idiot or something like that. Peter, he was 2nd. He is now 3rd. Bert, Birdie, Bert. Saquon really fucked you. Draft day, he was 3, and now he's projected to be in 10th place and get egged again. Sawyer was 4th draft day. Now he's 8th, kind of where he's sitting. Dirty Mexican was 5th on draft day, right where he drafted. I think. I don't know. I don't remember. And now he is projected to win 2nd place. The lupus. I was projected on draft day 6th place, and now I'm 4th. 3-Pete Ricky, projected 7th place. I can't talk anymore. He's hanging in there at 7th. Justin moved up from 8th on draft day to 6th. Nick is sitting firmly at 9th place. And Brian, projected 10th place on draft day, hopped up all the way to 5. Looking good for you, Bri guy. We'll see how you do this week, motherfucker. Just want to point out, I also have a side bet with Nick Spinelli that my team will finish in a higher place in the regular season, and that's looking like he's going to pay me. All right? So, this year is shaping up. I think Mike's team, Mark's team, and low-key Brian's team is looking pretty damn good. I still think I'm going to win it all, but we'll see how it plays out. So any question, comments, concerns for next week, anything like that, you guys holler at me. Next week, too, hopefully I feel better. I think I'm going to do it the day after free agent hits, so on Wednesday. That way I can talk a little bit about who picked some shit up and all that good stuff. And I'll look into doing it live next time as well. If you guys want to tune in, either way, I'm doing it how the fuck I want to do it because I'm the commissioner. I am Commissioner Adolf Hadke, and this is how it works in my league. Just kidding. Just fucking with you. But it does. So, whatever. All right, guys. Go Eagles.